Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena. Today we're going to be going against what I actually said we were going to be doing today, which was Arena Cube. We're actually going to be doing Jumpstart, because I don't have the 3 hours that it will take to complete an Arena Cube draft. However, we do have some Jumpstart, and that takes significantly a lot less time to create content on. So, apologies for those who wanted Cube. I will make a Cube video for Monday, aka tomorrow, so don't you worry. That content will definitely be coming, and we'll be doing a couple of Cubes spread throughout the week, I'm sure of it. But for now, I've got to do what I have time to do, which is some Jumpstart. So let's get in there. 2,000 gold, and you get your 2 Jumpstart rares, as most of you are probably aware at this point. Discarding. I want to go with discarding, I think, because I don't have any tiny bones, and I think that's the huge pickup from this pack. So I would love a tiny bones. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to go discarding. Dinosaurs. We've never had Devilish. Devilish discarding. You know what? It's not really the worded combo that you usually like, you know, like well-read dinosaurs or something like that, or tree-hugging dinosaurs. But you know what? Discarding devils works for me. Is it the right combination of packs? Who knows? But apparently we got a tiny bones. Fantastic. Apparently we've never done the devil's side of things, so time to do it. So we did get a tiny bones as our mythic from the pack. I can't remember what you get from the rare side. It might be Waste Knot, maybe. I can't remember, actually. But yeah, that's going to be our mythic in this case from the discarding side. I don't know if you get any more. No, you don't get any more rares from that point forward. And then a rare from Devilish is going to be Brash Taunter from M21. Interesting. I think I already had all 4 of those, but sure, why not? Whenever you sack a permanent, PianoJester deals 1 damage to any target. It's a 5/5 for 5, so it's still not a bad body on that one. When it dies, it deals 3 damage to any target. You know what? We could do something with this. Doesn't look like the most absurd selection of cards, but they're not terrible. They're all like reasonably valued as they are. So yeah, let's get into it. If you do enjoy the content, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Without further ado, it's gameplay time. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty then, we're in, and this hand seems fine. It's got a curve to it, I suppose. Doesn't untap during your untap step. You sack another creature to untap it, but only during your turn. Okay, fair enough. We're going to take this one. Thriving more on red, say go. If you can hear some background noise, I do apologise. It's really warm in the UK, and that does mean that I have to have my window open at all times. Alright, so we can make each opponent discard a card. Or we could just put down a 4/3. Honestly, I don't really hate the 4/3. Nice early game aggression. We're going to be a little bit stranded without a land. So our opponent with white of Precinct 6 is like discarding... What was this one called? We played this one last time, and I don't remember it already. Alright, well, let's get in for 4. Bang. Let's go Burglar Rat, make our opponent discard, and then I think I'm just going to sack it to untap the Chain Brute again. Because you can only do it during your own turn, so I can't do it as a little bit of a combat trick. And I can't end step it, so I'm going to do that now. Most of the removal in this format is like 5 mana. It's like draft chaff level of removal, so let's do that. Our opponent does have a 2/2 white at precinct 6. We can have a 2/2 of our own as well, though. If they offer a trade with the white, I honestly might take it. Let's go with the Dance with the Devils, maybe? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Although, if we draw on the land, maybe it's pretty good because of all the X1s here and the sack value that's involved in that. It's hard to say, really. But if I have a land, I'm going to want to do, like, Chupacabra or Exarch anyway. So let's get in for 4 here. I want to see if they want a triple block. It's highly unlikely, but you never know. I don't think there's a sequence where they can use the Rusalka to kill my Chained Brute meaningfully, so let's go with the Phyrexian Rager here. We're looking for the land drop. We already have double of every colour, it's just we need a land. There we go. I mean, if we're going to get any lands, the only tap lands in our deck were probably a pretty good one to top deck there. So I'm liking where we're at so far. I'm offering that. I don't think it'll actually work, but I'm offering it. Since I've got the Chupacabra to kill the white anyway. Yep. It just seems like a pretty reasonable trade-off to me. Is it just any card? It's a creature card in your graveyard. So mine's a 3/3 as well. I could duress them with an Entomber Exarch. I think I'm just going to go for the Ravenous Chupacabra, though. Get that killed. Maybe Exarch brings back Phyrexian Rager so we can start digging through our deck a little bit. That wouldn't be too bad. So no discard, no sacrifice there. I think a duress, sack, attack might be okay. Reveal their hand, take a non-creature from it. I feel like we'll actually be able to get something here. So they've got a Black Market, a Finishing Blow, and an Assassin's Strike. Well, this is 6 mana, this is 5 mana. They're closer to the 5 mana one, but this one also makes me discard a card. We could play around that by emptying our hand out next turn, though. So this makes sure that a land off the top doesn't kill any of my creatures. So I think I'll offer that. And then let's sack the Exarch. Swing for 4, keep that pressure up, offer trades where they are. Very nice. Our opponent's basically got nothing here. Tiny Bones. Yeah. I'll take a Tiny Bones. Let's swing for 2 first. Don't let our opponent know what we're going to play and let their decisions be based off of it. So we got Tiny Bones, and then I think we're going to go with the white of Precinct 6. It's the one that's going to get blocked by the Sanitarium Skeleton every time, but we do what we must. So, Skeleton to hand. They're now being taxed by 4 every time as well. Oh, it's in your opponent's graveyards. I thought it was in your own graveyard. Good game, I think. So they have a 4/3 with Death Touch. You're a 6, that happens, okay. So offer this trade. They'll take it. We'll follow up with another white. They probably wouldn't take that if they knew we had another. Discard spells are looking pretty good right about now. But so is winning. So is winning. I don't think we ever really fell behind there. We were just constantly putting the pressure on. Liliana's Reaver. I love this card. But, yeah, it's a bit out of its time at this point. Pretty sick, though. Pretty sick. That went really well. Let's see what our rare or mythic is. I'd honestly take another Tiny Bones. I don't have any other than the one we just pulled, so... Grave Waker. And this is a starter deck card. Oof. Big oof. I think this is actually taking the place in the reanimation deck in, like, Shouldred's position or something, which they've confirmed that the Shouldred isn't getting put into the Jumpstart packs, which I find very strange, but is what it is, I suppose. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, we've got a Tiny Bones for turn 2. Probably want to play it turn 3 and maybe go a Torch Fiend first. That way it spends a lot less time potentially dying, and then Fell Spectre can come down on 4, make our opponent discard, and then we get the Tiny Bones trigger on 4. That makes Fell Spectre do something, and Tiny Bones mostly do something when it comes down. Say hello. Opponent's got Liliana. Liliana Steward. Opponent discards a card as a sorcery, and I get to choose what is discarded. Deal. Alright, so let's go Torch Fiend. Stops our opponent getting in, although my 2-1... I'm not sure if I would trade it off. This is counters, I believe. Now they've got a 2-3. Less inclined to make me discard off of it, now that it's slightly larger. Active Treason's kind of nice. So let's go Tiny Bones. And I'm not trading into an Iron Shell Beetle, I don't think. So I really would love a land. A land would be fantastic. Could get a little bit stuck without it, honestly. Alright, creatures with counters now have trample. I will block the Shell Beetle now. It is worth my time. Yeah, we did get the land, so down comes Spell Spectre. Opponent discards, which makes me draw. I think it's on end step, right? Yeah. If an opponent discarded a card this turn, you draw a card and lose 1. Let the card advantage flow. You only take care of artifacts, not enchantments as well, which is very red of you. Oof. Hunter's Edge taking down my Fell Spectre. That kind of stings. Feels kind of like we're at that I'm losing position right now. Ravenous Chupacabra, only as a sorcery. That seems worth my time. So let's go Ravenous Chup. I think we're killing the Steward. Like, I can't really double block profitably anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go after the 2-3. I could see an argument for both. I'm just gonna take care of the one that can actually do a thing once the board gets clogged up, and I feel like we can clog the board up pretty nicely next turn with this Dance of Devils. Or even the Pitchburn Devils as well. 3 damage to any target when it dies. Seems pretty good. We're almost destroy a creature and make them discard as well, which will help us draw with Tiny Bones if it's not dead. So now a perfect blocker for the Beetle. If it dies, it kills the Beetle. If it blocks, it points damage at our opponent. If they pump, we point the excess damage at the Beetle to make sure it's dead. Liliana's Standard Bearer. Ooh, draws a card for the dead creature. Well, Let's kill that and make our opponent discard. We'll draw for that. Opponent had a land. We're going to get in for 3 and draw. Oh, that is solid, that. Now we've got active treason plus collateral damage, so if this card is a creature, we can use it against them. Oh, poor opponent. Poor opponent. That's mine now. Oh, Alright, this combo's really good. Well, I am drawing exceptionally well, I won't deny that. But this combo has really worked out quite nicely. Not enough sack outlets in the early game there for us a lot of the time. Harvester of Souls. It's draft chaff. Well, I say draft chaff. Brawl chaff at best, really. Whenever a non-token creature dies, draw a card. I don't even know what pack that's from, honestly. It'd be nice if they had like a promo thing that like had like I don't know, the name of the pack it came from. But oh well. Well, these games have been really quick, so as is the case with the previous videos on Jumpstart, I think we've got time for one more game, so let's go. Alright, we go first. I have a good hand, I would say. Enchanted creature get -X/-X, which X is the number of creature cards in its controller's graveyard. We can potentially enable that with Burglar Rat. He's not the greatest hand, mind you, but a turn 2 Chained Brute is a pretty decent blocker if our opponent has some aggression here. We can really make the most of that. Got them Golgari sleeves as well. Oh, this is an aura as well. I hadn't even noticed, honestly. The enchant creature kind of gives it away. I think this is Doctor. Hello. If I'm honest, I don't quite remember what Doctor has in it beyond, like, Revitalize. And maybe the 6-mana enchantment that doubles your life total when you deal combat damage. This is Beasts as well. Struggling to remember most of these, it's crazy. Whenever it becomes blocked, the defending player discards a card. That's not bad. So let's get in for 4. I'm going to play the Ruffian, because I plan on attacking with it. What I can do next turn is play a Burglar Rat, make them discard. Oh, they're playing the 5-color one. They could be anything then, I think. I'm not sure if there's a specific land here that we can really say is their other color combo. So yeah, what I can do is I can make them gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste. Add 2 mana of any one color. So I could actually steal the Surveyor, sack it to untap and hit them for 6. That seems worth my time. Get in for more damage here, get rid of a part of their board state, get so much pressure on them that they may find themselves in a horrible position soon. Creature in the yard to enable the Death's Approach a little bit better. We've even got Pitchburn Devils, which eventually will become a problem for them. Can actually sack that with the Chain Brute, right? Or is this the one that says, it can't be activated? So I've lost my sack outlet, but I am still hitting them for 5 here. And then they'll need actual, like, another pacifism effect or exile for the Devils. Iron Root Warlord. And then the Stone Haven Pilgrim. So they've got 1 creature card in the yard. I could attempt to get them to put another one in the yard. If they put a creature in here, then my Death's Approach is online. We also have the discard with the Slate Street Ruffian as well, which will be a forced block soon enough. Light of Promise. So that says to me that they are Doctor plus the 5-color one, whatever it's called. So they played around Death's Approach quite well. If I get it with the Pitchburn Devils, they double block. I can kill both of them. So let's do that. See how they want to play this. They might just block with the Pilgrim. Or not at all. I was not expecting not at all to be their option. And Tiny Bones. Alright. So that helps with the force block on the Ruffian. Yeah, definitely Doctor. When it enters, gain 3. This thing gains lifelink for something, right? When you control an artifact or enchantment. During the attack step. Okay. Collateral damage. That's 6 points. So I think I've just won. Huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just win now. So we swing with everything. Pitchburn Devils doesn't have to die in combat. I can sack it to collateral damage, and that's 6 points on its own. So any 2 points that go around our opponent here without them gaining life will be enough. Not sure that there is a 1-mana gain life spell here. If there is, this plan falls flat on its face a little bit. It has to be their last card, though, now. Because they have blocked with the Ruffian. And 3 points are coming through. They discarded a land. I think I want to sack the Devils. So, 3 to you. Sacking the Devils. Devils has a death trigger. Also on the stack. Okay, discarding Devils is really good. It's a really good combo. It is, it is powering through games so quickly that I think we've got time for one more. I didn't think we would, but here we are. Let's go for the final game. Okay, opponent goes first. We've got lots of Devils, and we've got a turn to Tiny Bones. It's not the greatest hand, but 3 lands and a decent curve seems good to me. We're up against Liliana, and we do have the Tiny Bones Fell Spectre turn cycle all over again. I think that's where we want to be. It's Dr. Liliana. That's an old Western TV show right there. Dr. Liliana. Medicine woman. Alright, yeah, let's go Chain Brute. One's got Revitalize for a redraw. And no attacks, as you might expect. We are going to go Tiny Bones here, because if we do get a Fell Spectre, then we have that activation ready to go. Doubt our opponent blocks here, but they don't have a good attack either, necessarily. So I'll take that. I don't know, that could have been a weird attack. If they can actually, like, pump up the Anointed Chorister, then it ends up being a problem. But they didn't, so good stuff. Missed our land drop there, which definitely is not going to help our game plan. Part of the reason we've done so well in the previous 3 games is that we've made our land drops consistently and not drawn excess. But now we might finally have the misfortune of the shuffler here. Take 2. Never mind. Fel Spectre comes down. If our opponent kills the... or discards a creature here, we can get in with the White of Precinct 6. Fantastic. Not sure if they noticed that. I'm not going to offer my Tiny Bones up for combat tricks. Yeah. And time to draw lands now, which is really nice. Fel Spectre not going to die here. Or just yet, anyway. Speaker of the Heavens. I've got to get to 27 before that's relevant. This seems like a bluff to me. And it was. Alright. I'd say this is a pretty good turn coming up here, because what we can do now is we can make 2 Devils. Untap 1. Or untap our Chain Brute by killing Speaker of the Heavens. I think it's probably worth it. And then we get to attack with the team. Chorister, not long for this world either. Can basically do the exact same thing next turn. And Devotee doesn't trigger on our turn as well, which is really nice. So we only have to be aware of doing that kind of play if we're doing it in response to our opponent's stuff, but we can't actually use Chained Brute in that way anyway, so not too much of a concern. So I think we're kind of just going to do the same. When it dies, it deals 3. Whenever you sack a permanent, deals 1 damage to any target. So we could go a little bit wider with a Havoc Jester. But we'd have to take the turn off for that. No way of discarding. No way of getting to the Assassin Strike this turn. I think I'll just do Havoc Jester and set up for that super turn with the Chain Brutes. And hope it doesn't die. Gormond! Sacks the 1/1. As you do. Well, we are going to be sacking the Devil token here. Gives us a ping of 2, but it's not going to be relevant unless we wanted to trade off with the Angel of Mercy, and I don't think we do. So just send the 2 at our opponent here. Life Total Pressure instead will do us just fine. And kind of needed the mana there, but this will work too, because we can Traitorous Greed, steal Gormond, go red for Hobble Fiend. And since we don't want to be sacking it to get in with a Chain Brute, we want to do the Gormond's damage instead. Let's do it this way. Honestly, I'm going to go in with a Havoc Jester, because I think it's possible for us to profit from this anyway because of the trigger. I might get rid of my Chain Brute, for example, off the Hobble Fiend, because I can do this anytime. Yeah. I expect like a double block from them there, and well, I didn't get that, but that'll work for me. So Hobble Fiend, I'm just going to sack Gormond here, dealing 1 here. And make a 3/2 with Trample. Very weird line from them by not double blocking. Okay, they got rid of my Havoc Jester, and then they died. Then they died. They've got a known zombie that they probably want to get rid of if the other card isn't removal. This game should be over. So lose 2. And we swing in for lethal. Wow, was that 4-0 undefeated with this color combo? It's pretty good, pretty good. Yep, no complaints here. Sometimes you can get a bit of a dud selection, but yeah, it turns out that discarding and Devilish as a combination was certainly not a dud. We'd never actually done Devilish before, so it's kind of nice to have it. Even though we never saw Brash Taunter, we certainly saw the rest of the deck, and yeah, I mean, as far as this format's concerned, like, these cards are like really decent value for the mana that you put into them. Like, everything gets a job done. There's a little bit of setup involved, and some of it cares a little bit too much about sacrificing, and you don't have too many outlets to do that, but I mean, we managed to find them, so it's hard to say really whether or not I was lucky or just this combination is really good and it just carried me through the entire format here. But yeah, anyway guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Sorry this might be on the shorter side of things, but as I said, I don't have enough time to publish this video and also do a 3-hour Arena Cube, but we will be doing that tomorrow. I think I should have enough time to make that video, so stay tuned for that. Other than that though, I really appreciate it guys if you do hit that like button, subscribe, you know the drill at this point. Leave a comment down below, let me know what kind of Jumpstart combos you've been having success with, maybe combos that you've really failed with as well. I'd love to hear them down below, but other than that, take care and have a wonderful evening.